Hello everyone. Today I am going to show demo how to connect Servlet with database. Here I am going to use JDK 1.8 and then NetBeans 8.2. First step, we need to create a Java web application. So go to File, select New Project, and then you can choose Java Web. Then you can click Next button. Here we need to type the project name. So you can type project name as sample. And then I am clicking the next button. Here we need to choose the server because we are executing web application. We need server. So either you can choose Apache or you can use Glassfish server also. And then you can click next button. Here no need to select any framework. So you can directly click the finish button. So you can see in the project tab we have sample project. If we expand sample project, we have 4 directories. If we take web pages, it will store HTML file, CSS file, JavaScript file, and then JSP files. If you take source packages, it will store Java and then Servlet files. For libraries, it will store JDK as well as your Apache server. And then if you want to add any library, extra library, you can use library directory. And then finally, the configuration files, it will store web.xml file. So we know the web.xml file defines mapping between URL path and the servlet that handle the user request. Okay. So now, first step, I am going to create, whenever you are creating a project, the default file will be index.html. You can expand web pages, you can see the file index.html. So right hand side, you can see some default code. Okay, first we are going to create a database and then I am going to create a table. And then we are going to develop one HTML file and then one Servlet file. Here I am going to store the student information. I am going to collect minimum 3 to 4 details from the student, and then we are going to use Servlet to store the record in a database. So first step, I am going to create a database. You can go to Services tab and then you can expand databases. Right click Java DB. You have to start the server. The server is started already. So directly I am going to create the database. So you can click create database option. Database name will be college. I think college is already existed, it shows. So you can use some other. I am going to use you can name any database name. I am going to use CSE also already there. Better you can go with, I am going to create a database in the name of Java. Username will be root, password will be root, again confirm password also root. You can click OK. At the bottom you can see the progress for creating a Java DB. So here we have created a database in the name of Java. Then right click Java database and then click connect option. Now again right click Java database. You can expand the Java database. Again expand root. You can right click tables, go to create table option. I am going to create a table called student. So you can type table name as student. I am going to add minimum 3 to 4 columns. So first column will be your register number. Here I am going to use reg_number. You can use integer. Again, second one is first name, first underscore name, varchar, and then size will be 30. Second one I am going to use, third one I am going to use last name. Again size. Finally, you can specify department. It's enough. I am going to use only 4 data. And then click OK button. So you can expand table. You can see student table. Just right click and then go to view data option. You can see the table here with no records. So we have created a database Java. Inside Java, I have created a table student. Next step, you can go to your project. So you can just right click the project name, sample. You can create any HTML file. You have HTML file option. but here we have default file inside web.xml is index.html. I'm going to type code inside index.html. So you can select inbuilt code, you can remove, and then you can type your own code. HTML head, inside it we can use title tag. You can define home. Title I am specifying home. Then you can type body. So inside body I am going to create a form. So form name will be, you can use any name. I am using F1. And then method. So here we are going to use only post method because the data will not be exposed on the URL bar. So you can use post. And then in action we are going to call the Servlet file. So right now we don't have any Servlet file. You can leave it as empty. So next you can create form. You can use table tag. For better alignment I am using table tag. So first label I am going to define as a register number. We need to use input type. So again inside DD I am going to type input type equal to text, and then we need to use name attribute. So RN. Again you can close the table data TD. So same manner we need to create the remaining records. Just to make a copy and then you can post for 3 more fields. So second field we need to use name, first name. Again input type is text, you can use FN. Second, third we are going to read last name. Can change only the name attribute LN. The last one is a department. Name attribute value I am setting department. Finally, we need to add button. So you can use input type equal to submit. Submit, and then you can use value attribute. Value attribute will be register. Okay. So whenever you are submitting the data after table, we need to close the form. Finally, you can close body. Finally, you can close HTML. So we have created HTML file. I think okay. Next we need to create a Servlet file. So just right click your project sample, go to new and then go to Servlet. Here we need to type the Servlet name. So Servlet name will be, I am going to use registration. So file will be saved as registration.java, and then you can click next button. Here the most important step is we need to add information to deployment descriptor. I already said about web.xml. Without web.xml, it is not possible to create a web application. So it provides a mapping with the URL and your servlet. So you have to add this, you have to choose this option. Here you can see the URL pattern and then servlet name, okay, and then you can click finish button. Here it will show some default code, so you can remove all those. You can type your own code. So first we need to import packages. So I'm going to import javax.servlet package .star, and then we need to import javax.servlet.http. So both packages are necessary whenever you are going to develop any servlet program. And then for database, we need to use java.sql.star package. And then for IO purpose, I am going to use import java.io.star. Now we need to write main class. So sorry, we need to create a class. So public class. A class name will be same as your file name. So file name is registration. So we need to use only registration. Actually, we are going to extend from the servlet. So here we need to use the inheritance concept, extends HTTP servlet. HTTP servlet is a base class. Inside we need to write a method called doPost, because we are using method attribute value as post. So public void doPost. Inside we need to pass two objects, HTTP servlet request. We need to create the request object, comma, we need to pass the response object, HTTP servlet response. Object name will be response. You can throw some exceptions also. So throws servlet exception as well as IO exception. Not find. Yeah, error we can rectify at the end of the. Okay. So first step, we need to write response dot set content type. So content type will be text/HTML. Then we need to create object for print writer class. So print writer pw equal to response dot get writer. Now we need to read input from the HTML, right? So you can use the attribute string. First one is register number. So hnum equal to request dot get parameter. Get parameter is a predefined method. Get parameter. We need to pass attributes name. If you see the register number in HTML form, you can see the register number input. Name attribute value is rn. We need to pass this value here. So we need to use rn. Similarly, we can able to read the remaining again string first name. You can shortly use fn equal to request dot get parameter. Inside get parameter, we need to pass name as ln, because here attribute name you can see name attribute name is fn for first name, for last name ln, for department DEPT. Here you can use fn. Similarly, string ln means the last name. You can use request dot get parameter. Here we need to use ln. Again string department equal to request dot get parameter. Here you can specify DEP. So after reading here print writer, okay. Request dot, I'm using semicolon, you can use dot. After reading the value, we need to establish the connection. So here we are going to use try catch flag. So inside try, first step we need to register the driver name. So class dot for name. Inside for name we need to specify driver name. So I will show the driver name also. Second one is we need to create the connection object. So connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection. Inside we need to pass database URL, and then username, and then password. Yeah, you can get the class name from the database. You can go to services and then you can right click your database, go to property option. So inside property option you can see the driver class. You can click this edit button, you can copy the driver name. So just paste it here inside for name method, you can paste. Again, to get database URL, again right click your database, go to properties, you can see the database URL. Just edit this button and then you can copy. You can paste it here. First parameter will be the database URL, and then second parameter will be the username. Username is root. Then third one is password. Password is also root. Okay. So next step, we need to create the statement object. So by using statement object only, we can able to execute the queries. Here I am going to use prepared statement. First statement ps equal to con dot prepare statement method. Inside we need to pass the query. A query will be insert into table name is student, and then values. We need to insert only four values. You can use question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Then you can close. Yes, that's all. Now we need to pass the value. So we need to use ps object dot. First one is register number is integer, so you can use set int 1 comma. The value will be variable name is reg number. Second one is first name, so it is a string. You can use ps dot set string. Second here fl. Third one is again ps dot set string last name. Then last one ps dot set string department DEPT. Now we need to execute the query. For execution purpose, here I am going to use integer I equal to ps dot execute update method. I am going to call the execute update method. So after successful execution, you can print the result. So pw dot println record inserter successfully. Then you can close the connection object on dot close. So here we need to include catch block. catch exception E. If you want to print, you can use pw.println. But we are getting some error, okay, so you can just rectify it. Yeah, here we are actually reading in the form of string, right? Because get parameter method always return only string. So here you can use set string method. Now the error will be okay. Now the next step is we need to add library to your project, and then we need to call this Servlet file in your HTML. Go to index.html. Inside form element you can see the action attribute. Here you have to type your Servlet name. Servlet name is registration. Next step, we need to move to a project. Inside library directory, just right click, go to add library option, and then you can choose JavaDB driver, then click add library. Now we can execute, so you can go to clean and field option. Now you can execute, go to sample, click run option. So here the output will be displayed on Internet Explorer. Okay, if you want to change the browser, better you can close this one. Yeah, here you can see the output screen. You can close this one. You can change the browser also. Okay, so just go to here. Here you can see the browser option Chrome. Now you can run. One second. Just right click your project, go to properties, then go to run option. Here you can see Chrome. You can choose Chrome, then click OK. Now you can execute. You can see the browser is opening here. So first time, whenever you are executing projects in your NetBeans, first time, it will take some time. You can type, register number will be 111, then first name, Nanavir, second name, Raja, department, CAC, then click register. Here you can see we are getting the output, one record inserted successfully, right? You can check with your database whether the record is inserted or not. Go to services, you can see Java database. Inside Java database we have student table. Just right click table, view data. Here you can see we have record Tubulon Yanavil Raja CAC. I will show one in case if you want to execute one more time. Again you can just right click sample and then go to run option. In case here I am giving 222 MS Dhoni. Giving CAC. Click register. Again, one record inserted successfully. You can go to the table. Here you can see, you can here already we opened the table. Okay, so just right click this refresh button. Here you can see the record is inserted automatically. So this is very simple. So here we need to create one HTML file and then one Servlet file. We are going to read data from the HTML file and then we are going to store it in a Java DB. Okay, thank you.